Ms. Mitchell here? On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Evan Mitchell, file number 22-02861.
Here, Robinson, Assistant Public Defender, for Mr. Mitchell, who's standing to my right.
How are you, Mr. Mitchell?
I'm great, Your Honor. It's a great day.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's spring, so we're all uphill from here, all right?
Definitely.
Today was the date and the time set for sentencing. Like, you have a pre-sentence report and a recommendation. You got that, Ms. Robinson?
I do.
Okay, are we making updates, corrections, or deletions?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
You can make your allocation.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mitchell did complete the PSI and also did the substance abuse assessment as well. He scored in some areas and he is willing to do treatment and get services. I have talked to him and he is currently working through CPS, and a lot of services that he's getting through them is what would be required for him on probation. So I think that they would actually go hand in hand pretty well. We'd ask the court to follow the recommendation that was given by probation and sentence him to 12 months of reporting probation. He has stated that he's been learning a lot doing the programming with CPS. I think that will remain the same with the programming given to him by the 54A probation department. So we would ask that you follow the recommendations of the court and sentence him to the 12 months of probation.
Thank you. And did your client wish to make a statement on his own for today?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Sounds good. So I've had an opportunity, sir, to review the pre-sentence report and recommendations. And as stated by your attorney, I believe that the recommendation is appropriate under the circumstances, and it looks like you are already under some oversight as it relates to your whatever you have pending with CPS. But you could benefit from some outpatient substance abuse treatment and regular mental health counseling. If you're not already doing that, you would need to re-engage in that, okay?
I am doing that for community mental health.
Okay, perfect. So then this won't be too much different than what you're already doing. We don't want you duplicating efforts, so we don't need you to be going to another outpatient if you're already doing that for CPS. We don't need you to get any other mental health services if you're already doing that for CPS, okay?
Okay.
The court will adopt the recommendation and sentence you to a term of 12 months of probation. While on probation, sir, you're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior.
Okay.
You're not to purchase or possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind.
Okay.
You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol or marijuana or any other controlled substance unless you have a valid prescription, okay?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna be required to submit to random preliminary breath tests and or your analysis testing. You are responsible for the cost of that, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna order that you continue mental health counseling with CMH. And that you participate in outpatient substance abuse treatment, and you comply with the orders that you have with your child protective case, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
You provide the rights as to probation. Please review your rights as it relates to how you may be eligible for early termination of your probation status. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
I understand it.
Okay, so you don't have any questions at this time
No.
regarding that? Okay. Okay, as to fines and costs, there's a $75 crime victim rights fee that must be assessed, plus a $50 state minimum cost that also will be assessed. 12 months of probation will amount to $360 for a total of $485. I don't believe that there was any restitution. There was not. Okay, so you'll be able to make monthly payments on that, okay?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any questions about your fines and costs?
No.
That's the order of the court. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brett James Karatny, file number 23-00399, counsel appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin is appearing on behalf of Mr. Karatny. He appears with us today remotely from the Union County Jail.
Thank you. File that he was in warrant status on?
There's a misdemeanor files that he is.
Address.
It is set for tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday. We do have it set for, set for Monday.
So he was arraigned on the bench. Okay, sounds good. Today was the date and the time set for probable cause conference, Mr. Karatny. You're scheduled for a preliminary examination on April 6th at 9:30 in the morning. Are we continuing to exam?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Karatny has asked, he is asking for the preliminary examination to be adjourned to provide additional time to seek out retained counsel.
Okay, Mr. Karatny, you plan to hire an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you know which attorney you're gonna hire?
I'm speaking with several, but I believe I'm gonna get, Mr. Carter.
Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'm gonna keep your April 6th date on, and we'll treat that as a new probable cause conference. By then, we should be able to have an executed substitution of counsel at that time, okay?
I'm not sure if that's gonna be a sufficient amount of time. My fiance is in the hospital, and she's the one that's going to be, I can't do nothing in here. She's in the hospital right now, so I'm not sure if that's gonna.
I don't want we'll get a status next week, though. What I don't want to do is put this out for several weeks only to find out that you've not gotten an attorney to represent you. So I want to get a status next week, okay? We can always adjourn it further.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll get an update as to your progress on hiring an attorney on the 6th. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, Your Honor.
And we'll address the timeline then. Any additional matters for the record today?
Your Honor, I do just want to put on the record, I did speak with Mr. Austin about this. People are planning on adding an additional count at the preliminary examination.
Additional count of what?
Extortion.
Okay. Any additional matters from the defense?
Couple of quick brief matters, Your Honor. Mr. Ring did bring that to my attention this morning of his intention to add that count at the preliminary examination. The last communication I had was with Mr. Karatny was yesterday afternoon, so I obviously have not had an opportunity to discuss that with him yet, but I will. And just to confirm, Your Honor, next week's hearing will be treated as a probable cause conference and witnesses will not be appearing. Is that correct?
That's correct.
With that, Your Honor, I have nothing further on behalf of Mr. Karatny.
Very good. Mr. Karatny, you're all set unless you have a question for the court.
I just need to speak to my attorney as soon as possible.
Okay, we can get him in a private meeting room if you'd like to speak with him.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we have that one. Mr. Hart.
Mr. Hart's here in person, Your Honor.
Very good. Well, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Timothy Franklin Hart, file number is 23-00900, council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Hart. He is standing present to my right.
How are you, Mr. Hart?
Good, Your Honor.
Today was the date set for a probable cause conference. Your matter is scheduled for preliminary examination, April 6, 2023 at 9:30 in the morning, in person at the court. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would just ask that the matter be continued on for the hearing next week as scheduled.
Okay, we'll continue that to exam. Are we addressing bond or any other matters at this time?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Hart, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. We'll see you next week at your examination, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Mr. Body here? Oh, he's here. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Mark Vincent Body, file number 23-00935, FY, council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Bodie. He is present.
Thank you. Mr. Austin, you're pretty busy today.
So it would seem.
Okay, this matter, Mr. Bodie is scheduled for a preliminary examination on April 6th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Are we continuing to examine?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll note that here in the file. Are we addressing bond or anything on this file today?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
I have nothing further to address, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bodie, we'll see you in person next week at 10 a.m. Do you have any questions? You're muted.
Thank you, and no, you're.
Okay, thank you. You're free to go, Mr. Bodie. Okay.
Mr. Evans still on Zoom?
Yeah, Ricky Evans?
Yes.
Yes.
Go on the record.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ricky Lamont Evans, file number 23-00897 FY. Council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Evans. He is present with us today via Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Evans, you can hear us, correct?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. Today was the date set for probable cause conference. Your matter is scheduled for preliminary examination next week, April 6, 2023 at 9:30 in the morning, in person at the court. Are we continuing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll continue to examination on this. Do you have any questions, Mr. Evans?
No questions.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Evans.
Thank you.
Do we have Madeline Bailey?
I represent Ms. Bailey, Your Honor. I have not had contact with her. It appears that the contact number we have for her is not her number. I don't know if she gave us an incorrect number or we put it in the file incorrectly. But
What number do you have?
the person I spoke to. Give me one moment, Your Honor.
I want to know what number he has. Let me see if it's the same one we have.
Start my computer again. I apologize,
No
Your Honor.
problem.
Yeah, I guess I'm waiting for my attorney to talk to me.
Okay.
this to Mr. Austin, that's the number we have.
Here's if someone transposed a couple of the numbers, Your Honor, so that would likely explain.
Makes sense. I will wait to see if you can make contact with her before I issue a big short.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you.
And you'll let me know on that one, and then did I take care of all the rest that you had today? Mr. Farani would like to speak to you then.
I didn't know Mr. Patterson. But I would like to address.
They were
that.
gonna put, we asked to have him put on Zoom.
Mr. Allen, did you hear from this morning?
Sorry?
Mr. Allen, I think you did hear from this morning, Your Honor. He would be able to address that.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lyle Mitchell Allen, file number 23-00156, council appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Allen, present to my right.
How are you, Mr. Allen?
Okay.
Okay, so you were aware that you were supposed to be here this morning?
No, ma'am, I spoke to Jared yesterday. We both were on we spoke yesterday and I was supposed to be here today at 1:30, according to what he was telling me. And that's why.
Oh, you thought your time was 1:30 and not 9:30?
Jared about that yesterday. We emailed each other back.
That- Can I speak on that, Your Honor?
Okay.
That is a possibility, because I know I had a number of afternoon matters, so that it is possible that I incorrectly relayed the time to Mr. Allen as the afternoon as opposed to the morning. He is here now. The rest of what I reiterated to the court regarding the request for adjournment for the reasons that I stated was accurate.
Okay. Well, the hearing is gonna be adjourned anyways. Do you know why? You were supposed to have an interview with our probation department. They say you didn't appear.
I went down there and filled out the paperwork and everything the day I was supposed to. I
Yeah.
didn't know anything else about anything.
That day, they also gave you a notice for an interview on the 7th of February.
That's the part I don't have. I don't have no record of that. I don't know that because I had to go out and see Judge Allen. And that's why I've been applying. I went to a Zoom meeting with him and I went to see him. So I do not know anything about seeing anybody at probation.
Yeah, when you left here and I told you to report to our probation
No, I
department,
did that. I did
it
that.
was for them to set you up for the interview.
Okay,
That was the whole point.
I thought that's what I was doing that day, was filling out all that paperwork.
That paperwork precedes the interview.
See, I apologize, Your Honor, but I promise I did not even know anything about a date.
Okay, what's your phone number?
517-833-4696.
Okay. It looks like when you did not appear for your interview on February 7th at 3 p.m., that they tried to make contact with you to reschedule it, but it said the phone number they had was not accepting messages. So I'm going to give you a new referral. You're gonna have to go back downstairs, get a new date, because I need to make sure you obtain a drug and alcohol assessment, and they need to provide me with a report before I send it to you, okay?
So when I leave here, go downtown,
Go back downstairs, we're gonna get you a new referral, and I'm gonna get you a new date for sentencing. May 25th at 8:30. Okay, do you have any questions at this time?
No, Your Honor.
So you're gonna go downstairs. You shouldn't have to fill out any more paperwork. I did update your new number here. But they're gonna give you a new date for your interview as well as Zoom instructions so that you know how to log in for that if that's how you want to do the interview. You can't lose that, sir, or forget about it, okay?
Okay.
Even if you need to get that information over to your attorney so they can remember to call you. You need to make sure you do that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You have any questions?
No.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further back, Mr. Allen, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. No, leave it right now.
They've not, they don't know what time they're gonna get them on. They'll get them on, they just don't know what time. Okay. You may have time to talk to Mr. Karatni because we're waiting for them to put Patterson on.
Okay.
And maybe they're waiting for him to get out of that room. I don't know.
We'll log on momentarily, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Feigelson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And you are here with Donald Fleming.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is that who's on the Ingham County Jail tablet?
I believe it is the second person, Your Honor.
Yes, I am.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Donald Paul Fleming. File number is 22-01969 FY. Appearances for the record.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Stephen Feigelson, appearing on behalf of Donald Fleming.
Kind of sound a little robotic. I don't know what's going on with the connection, Mr. Feigelson.
I'm not sure either. I apologize, Your Honor. I think your computer's having issues.
Okay. Mr. Fleming, you can hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, today was the date and time set for probable cause conference. I do have a plea offer here. It says the people are offering Mr. Fleming for you to plead guilty to an added count 2 of use of a controlled substance under MCL 333.74042B, excuse me, which is a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is 1 year and or $1,000 in fine. And there's a killabrew of no upfront jail. Did you discuss that offer with your attorney?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And do you want to accept that offer?
Yes, I do.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Mr. Fleming, in this matter, you have the right to proceed to a trial and you have the right to a jury trial. In order to accept this offer, you would have to give up that jury trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So that means that you would also have to give up your right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until the prosecution can prove you guilty at a trial. You want to waive that, sir?
Yes,
Okay, you're gonna waive also the right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses the prosecution intends to call.
yes,
You also want to waive the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence at a trial that you believe would further a defense to the charge.
yes, Your Honor.
You also want to waive your right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're gonna waive your right to have the prosecution have to prove each of the elements of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive your rights?
No, Your Honor.
Has there been any promises made to you in exchange for you waiving your rights?
No, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation, parole, or on bond in another matter?
No, Your Honor.
Are you serving sentence on any other matter at this time?
No,
Okay, are you being held on this matter at this time?
yes, but I do have
Okay.
a retail fraud out in East Lansing.
So you're on bond in another matter?
They revoked the bond.
Okay, so you have another matter pending in East Lansing.
Yes,
Okay, do you understand that a guilty plea can result in a conviction that may have impact on any bond or probation status you may be on?
yes,
Okay, you understand that a guilty plea can result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer or to a future employer.
yes, Your Honor.
You also can have a issue with any immigration status or travel status you may be seeking if you get a conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then there is a Killebrew, that's a sentence agreement between you and the prosecution. I'm not a party to that, sir. So that means that if I decide that I'm going to sentence you to a term of jail time, I give you an opportunity to withdraw your plea, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you entering a plea because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, as to the added count 2 of use of a controlled substance, how are you pleading, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or standing mute?
I'm pleading guilty.
You have a factual basis.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fleming, I want to turn your attention back to May 15th of 2022. Were you at Irving Street and Homewood Street in the city of Lansing?
What's that?
Were you at Irwin Street / in the city of Lansing? Is that where you were on May 15th of 2022?
Yes, Your Honor. Or yes,
And that's in Ingham County, state of Michigan.
yes,
And while there, you were using a controlled substance, is that correct?
yes,
Your substance you knew to be meth, is that correct?
yes,
You knew it to be meth from your prior experience with using it, is that correct?
yes,
And you didn't have any legal prescription or legal reason to utilize it, is that correct?
yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for Mr. Fleming this afternoon.
Any questions from you, Mr. Ring?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea are to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. This matter will be set for sentencing. May 25th at 8:30. Prior to sentencing, you need to meet with our probation department so they can provide the quote, the pre-sentence report and recommendation. You'll need to undergo a substance abuse assessment, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions today, sir?
I was just wondering if I could have a PR bond? Or how would?
No, you don't come to court, sir.
Alright.
Look like you failed to appear on September 2nd. You failed to appear on September 9th. You didn't have a real reason why you failed to appear. I don't even think we have a good address for you. And so your bond was set at 2010%. It's relatively low.
All right,
So we don't want you to get your dates mixed up and not show up for your date all the way in May. That's far from now. So we need you to have to post a bond so that it'll give you some assurance to remember that date. Okay?
yeah, I wouldn't, but all right, thank you.
Any additional matters for the record today?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
You know, just one thing I'll add, I know the agreement between the parties calls for no upfront jail, but I believe he's already been in custody and may be in custody for a little more time. I'd ask that that be modified to no further upfront jail at the time of sentencing, just to make it more illusory, if that makes sense. Something that's not, because he's already sitting in jail, so it can't be no jail if he's already been in jail.
Well, he wasn't sentenced to jail.
Fair enough,
So the
Judge.
Killebrew, there's no upfront jail. He's got a bond. He had a
Okay.
PR bond originally. And he didn't comply with that. So bond had to be modified in order to ensure his appearance. So he has not been sentenced to any jail at this time.
Good enough for me, Judge. Thank you.
Good, thank you. You're all set, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Abbott. Mr. Abbott, which matter are you here for?
Zachary Saylor.
Hi, in the jail.
Hello. Do you want to try to knock out Patterson? I know you requested him to see him real quick.
Oh, yes, please. Please,
Okay,
thank you.
I'll get him to you in a minute.
Thank you. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Zachary James Saylor, file number 23-00744, FY, council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Abbott representing Zachary Saylor today. We're both appearing by video.
Mr. Saylor, we need your fingerprints.
Yes, Your Honor, I just got the paperwork. I have court the 6th, so I'm coming in there to do them then. If not, I could do them probably Monday if that works for you, Your Honor.
No, you can do them when you come on the 6th, because you'll be here in
Okay.
person. Okay, today was the date that was set for the PCC. You have an exam on the 6th at 10 o'clock in the morning in person at the court. Do we need to address anything on the record today?
Nothing on behalf of the people.
Nothing from the defense yet, Your Honor. We just filed our appearance at 1:24 this afternoon, so I don't have a police report yet, but I intend to be ready by the 6th. Thank you.
Okay, I'll note here that at this time, we haven't received discovery, but if we need to address the timeline, we'll do that on the 6th.
Thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you.
Nothing from the defense.
Thank you. We'll see you next week, Mr. Saylor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I'm assuming Kendall is not coming because it says continue.
That's correct. Kyle Quimby.
Oh, my record said he was in jail.
Apparently found out this.
Sounds good. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kyle Joseph Quimby, file number 23-00969 FY, council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Derek Etchell, Office of Public Defender. I'm appearing by Zoom from my office, and Mr. Quimby is present in the courtroom.
Did you have a CMH mental health evaluation, sir? Okay. Today was the date that was set for probable cause conference. This matter is scheduled for preliminary examination on the 6th of April at 10:30 in the morning. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, this time we're asking the court to accept the waiver of the 21 days. Mr. Quimby is going to be referred to the 55th District Court Mental Health Court Specialty Court for a screening.
Okay. So Mr. Quimby, you have the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of your arraignment. But because of the screening for you to potentially participate in the mental health court, the court's gonna find good cause to go beyond that 21-day timeline. We'll reset your exam. You're not waiving your right to the exam. We're just gonna extend the timeline so that you could be screened and see if you're eligible for the mental health court, okay? gives me 30 days. And you can put it on a PCC then. May 4th at 8:30. May 4th at 8:30. We'll get you a copy of that notice. That's. Yeah. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record today, council?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Quimby, as we discussed yesterday, if you haven't checked in with pretrial services, you need to check in with them immediately, okay?
Okay.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Will continue. You're all set, sir.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, we have Mr. Patterson. Mr. Austin, did you need to speak with him?
If I could, please.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Scott Patterson, file number 23-00785FY, council appearance.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Patterson. He appears with us today remotely from the Ingham County Jail.
Mr. Patterson, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're on the record in this matter because I was notified that there was a potential bond violation, and I just finished your exam about 2 hours ago. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I received a phone call from the victim at 12:33 this afternoon saying that she had received a call from the Ingham County Jail and she doesn't know anybody else in the jail besides Mr. Patterson. I had Adam Pfeiffer pull that call for me, and it looks like at 12:03 p.m. that he did call her, attempt to call her. She informed me that she did not pick up. The crux of that call just said, "This is Thomas," which is his middle name. At 1 o'clock, at 1:03 p.m., there was an e-message sent from Scott Patterson, inmate 167352, to Bethany Burtis. This says, "Wow, I really thought you loved me. How can you live with yourself? I did not want you to drive drunk that night. This is why I tried taking the key off your neck, the same key that were around your neck today in court. That's not love, that's hate. I was really hoping to be with you today. That's all right. Have your vodka and have a nice life. You should feel real good about yourself putting an innocent man in jail."
Mr. Austin?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to discuss this with Mr. Patterson. I don't know that I want him making any statements at this time regarding that, as that could not only be him admitting potentially to a bond violation, but it could potentially be used as the genesis for some type of additional charge. I don't know, but I don't wish for Mr. Patterson to make any statements on that at this point.
Okay, well, I'm going to advise Mr. Patterson that he has the right to have a contested hearing as to the allegation of the bond violation. I think at the end or the conclusion of the examination during the bond modification motion request, I think it was mentioned that there was allegations of contact and violation of the no contact order. So my expectation is that a bond violation is forthcoming. And so we'll have this set for a hearing. You have the right to be represented by counsel at that bond violation hearing. And if you're found to be in violation, you could be facing additional restrictions in your bond, which was set at 75,000 cash surety, could be revoked, sir. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty at this time as it relates to the bond violation. However, I'm going to restrict your phone privileges pending that hearing. You're only allowed to call your attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I request that include any e-messaging as well.
I'm gonna restrict your phone and e-message.
I can't call my mother.
Pending hearing. Well, if you were calling your mom before, you wouldn't be here. But the allegations is that you're calling other people and not your mom.
I just got a hold of my mother today. My father just died last week and I just am getting a hold of her.
Well, then we should have had records of you sending messages to your mom today about the loss of your dad, and not an allegation that you were sending messages anywhere else.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. It kind of broke up there.
Hello?
Okay, can I have a hearing date, please? We set the bond. They might have to fix that. It's closed in January. Okay, they're supposed to be in the code because they won't do a bond violation hearing and start to work for our bond. Is Ms. Marquez still here? Or Susie? Susie Gray. You can ask her how it needs to be set. Is she on messenger?
Yeah.
Hi.
Can you hear me, Jerry?
Yes, Mr. Patterson. I think we're just waiting on the court date.
What am I, how, so she's got my job. Can they hear me in court?
Yes, don't speak now, Mr. Patterson, because we're in the courtroom.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to let the circuit court decide about, they're gonna set a hearing on this or not, and they can handle the disposition when you're in circuit court. If your attorney would like to make a motion for you to now, to have arraignment at the circuit court level, address that, he can do that at that time.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set. Mr. Patterson.
Okay. I think. Are we done, Jerry?
Yes, you're all
Yes.
set.
Yeah, we're done for the day, Mr. Patterson. I'll speak with you next week at the jail.
And Mr. Austin, I'm still waiting on your last, Madeline Fadley.
I'll come back into the courtroom, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Just have a seat.
See me.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
My name is Jacob Kendall.
Oh. My records indicate, did you speak to your attorney?
No, ma'am.
Are you talking about like
Jacob
recently?
Kendall.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
said not recently?
I spoke with Mr.
Yeah, I didn't speak, not today. I did not know. I didn't speak to him.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he told us that you were continuing to exam.
Yeah, I didn't get no confirmation. And I just knew I had court today. That's all they told me. I didn't even talk to my lawyer.
Right, you didn't talk to him? Or you didn't talk to him recently?
Yeah, I didn't talk to him today. Today I didn't talk to him. I talked to him.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't talk to him today, but whenever he spoke to you, he must have decided that you were gonna continue to your preliminary examination, which is scheduled for next week, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're all set, sir. And Ms. Bailey, did you make contact with her?
To be honest, Your Honor, I haven't tried because I've been in those.
Oh, okay, I'll wait.
I've been doing something since then, but I will go try giving her a call
I'll hold the one for 48 hours, business hours.
now that I have her correct number. Or I hope that's her correct. I will send her a letter.
We'll just do a 48-hour hold on her warrant, so you can have time to try to contact her.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. And what are the steps if I do? Does she need to come to the court? Do I need to notify the court if I've had contact with her? What are the steps I should take?
If you make contact with her and she wants to continue to exam, you can just notify us.
I will do that, Your Honor.
Mr. Kendall, you're all set.
I'm good to go.
Yes, you're good to go.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
I know they've been going for a while, so it's an immediate thing, I guess, so I had a court day.